Listen, Daddy's gotta come home to us.
Hi.
Hi.
Your sister told me I could find you here, but if it's not a good time.
No, of course it's a good time. I'm thrilled that you're back. What did you find out? Do you know who was working with Scully? What did you find out?
The guy behind Joe Scully's release in Atlantic City was Jerry Jacks.
So they were working together?
Yeah. Jerry needed help getting the pathogen in the water supply. He needed mercenaries for support on the marina. In short, he needed a facilitator.
Joe Scully.
Joe Scully. Joe provided his personnel for him.
Was Scully involved in poisoning the water?
Dante says it squares with a statement that Tracy Quartermain gave the PCPD. Before he died, Scully claims he gave her a dose of the antitoxin.
Which is why Tracy never got sick.
Yeah, Joe could have only gotten the antitoxin from Jerry Jacks.
Okay, so, well, if they were working together, then Jerry could have been the second shooter, the one who hit Jason.
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Well, for one thing, Jerry Jacks is supposedly dead.
Well, did they ever find Jerry's body?
No, but if he got caught in that explosion, there may not be anything to find.
You know, a friend of mine who's a cop, he once said that if you don't have a body, there's no proof that someone is dead. Jax and Sonny survived that explosion. Why wouldn't Jerry?
Yeah, no, stranger things have happened. I think they're thinking about, his proximity to the flashpoint. If he was the closest, he would have got the worst of the blast.
Or Jerry might want us to think that he's dead, because dead men don't go to prison.
Let's say Jerry's alive. How does that make him the second shooter?
Well, if Jason somehow figured out that Jerry was still alive, or maybe Jason came down here that night when he went to see Bernie, and Jerry was there, and Jerry shot him because he didn't want him to blow his cover.
Even so, that means Jason still had to go in the water.
Maybe Jerry pulled him out again, and he's waiting to go public.
Sam, where you going?
I'm going to PCPD.
No, why don't you slow down for a second?
No, this is the first lead we had.
Listen, I can't let you do that. Already spoken with Anna. I told her that Jerry Jacks arranged to have Scully's charges in Atlantic City dropped.
Does she realize that Jerry's the second shooter?
Listen, it's a good theory, but that's all it is. We need proof.
You want proof? I've got proof. Right here, my son. When everyone thought he was dead, I knew he was alive. Just like I knew Daniel was Jason's.
I know Jason loved Daniel as his own.
Jason is Daniel's biological father.
Did I miss something? What about the paternity
No,
test?
you did miss something. Heather tampered with it. Steve was able to find the original documents and his mother's belongings, and yeah, Daniel is Jason's.
Wow. Did Jason know?
He will know. As soon as I find him.
It's good to have hope, Sam, but you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself.
I've learned to trust my instincts. Jason is alive, and Jerry Jacks has him. And I definitely know where to find proof.
Say we go to the cops.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of evidence can you offer that Jerry's alive and he's holding Jason hostage?
We follow the money. The $88 million went missing. Somebody had to pick it up. I'm sure it was Jerry, so if we find the money, we find Jerry.
Let's see. Electronically transferred it to another account before the boat exploded.
Why are you being so negative?
I'm not. This is what the cops are going to say to you.
I'm just saying that all we have to do is call the bank where the money was originally wired and see what time the second transfer was.
So say Jerry survives the explosion. He's alive. So what does he do? He goes to Switzerland, he collects his money, and then he decides, I'm going to go back to Port Charles and I'm going to shoot Sonny Corinthos' account.
Well, yeah, Jerry's gonna cover his tracks. If he's gonna do something wrong to Sonny, he's definitely gonna want to shut Bernie up.
Okay, but if your theory's correct, he's already got 80-something million. How much more does he need? Why risk everything coming back here?
I don't know. What are you saying, that someone else was working with Joe Scully?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whoever fired those other shots has a much bigger agenda than Sonny's money.
It's a second shooter, this man with some big agenda. If it wasn't Jerry, then who was it?
The police are looking into it.
They're not looking for Jason.
At this point, I think the authorities believe Jason is dead.
Well, they're wrong. I know they are. What would you do? If someone you love was presumed dead with no body, no proof, would you just accept it? No, I know you wouldn't do that. You have to help me.
You're right. I wouldn't accept it. At the same time, I have no authority here, Sam.
Neither do I. But you know what I do have? I have hope.
You also have a child. Don't do anything stupid.
You know what? You're right. I have a child. And I owe it to his father to do the right thing.
Yeah. On the flip side, whoever this second shooter is, they're obviously dangerous. And they have a lot of influence. You start talking to the wrong people, bad things are gonna happen. Right now, your son needs you more than ever.
You're right. He needs me to do the right thing. And if you're not going to help me, I'll find someone else who will.
I'm your friend, Sam. I'm on your side. Just be careful. I'll be there when you need me.